So hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Yesterday I posted video on insertion sort and maxmin. So now our next algorithm is merge sort. So this is actually a better algorithm, how time complexity and everything I will do. So this is just in a simple language I have written it out. So just you don't have to mark anything up. It's just because I will say everything in detail in next not videos but in next after rubbing this out. Okay, so please watch the complete video, and if you like my videos, please do subscribe to my channel. Like this will increase my confidence that people are watching. Okay, so let's see. So now merge sort. So what is merge sort? Merge, so you know, we know divide and conquer. We divide the arrays into sub arrays, then conquer. So now what is merge sort? In merge sort we simply divide the list like a single list or array. This is an array. We divide the array into sub arrays. After that we carefully merge, so it is divided like this. So now after that we carefully merge the sorted sublist into single one. If merge sort in merge sort algorithm we use divide and conquer rule. It operates as follows. Just a bit of definition. So now how divide works? So dividing the array or the list into two, first into two, then again division like this. Divide n elements sequence to be sorted in subsequences by n by 2. So I have told you, so first 2, then again we have to 4, like this we have to divide. So every time it will be divided by n by 2. Now conquer, sort the subsequences recursively using merge sort. So you have to sort every, like in next phase we have to sort every element like this. I will do everything in detail, so just don't get confused by this terminologies and all. I will show you with example how the merge sort is actually working. So don't need to worry, just bear with me for this few minutes. I will show you how exactly the merge sort is working. Then algorithm, obviously, then time complexity, everything will come. So just hold on. Then combine, merge the two shortest subsequence to produce the sorted answers. So now we have to combine the sorted part. So the shortest SHORTEST, the shortest arrays will be combined to make a sorted list. So I don't know how much this made sense, but just to have an idea I have given this definition something, but I will move on and I will show you with examples now. So now let's see this example. So this is an unsorted array. Let me see if it is visible or not. Yes, so this is an unsorted array. So what we said in previous sentences, that we have to divide this into two sub arrays like n by 2. Every time n by 2 will be divided, and then we will combine when it is sorted. It's the list elements it will have. Okay, so now it has 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. So 8 elements. 8 elements, 8 by 2 is equals to 4. So 4 elements will be here and 4 elements will be here. So 8, 2, 4 and 3, then 5, 7, 9 and 1. So again this is not shortest. Okay, so we have to divide again. So these are 4 elements. So 4 by 2 is equals to 2 elements. Now again it is divided into 2 parts. So here 8, 2, 4, 3, 5, 7, 9 and 1. Now you can see every sub arrays they have 2 elements. So now you can see 8, 2, 4, 3, 5, 7, 9, 1. So every sub arrays have 2 elements. So this is the shortest. You cannot break again, because then it will not be we cannot sort, because when it has only one element, how will you sort? So it has now 2 elements each. Now sort. See, 8 and 2, like I have already told you, sorting in ascending order. means slowest to highest. Okay, so ascending order we are doing. So 8 and 2, 2 is less than 8, so it is sorted. Okay, so now 4 3, 3 is less than 4, we are sorting this. 5 7, it is intact because 5 is less than 7. Then 9 1 is changed to 1 and 9. Now we have to conquer. Okay, so these two and these two, so we should put arrow like this, so it will show the directions how it is coming. Okay, so 2 8 3 4. Now you can see you have to conquer these two sub arrays. Now you can sort these two. So 2, then 3, then 4, then 8. Now this sub array is in correct order, means in ascending order, sorted order. And now this 1 5 7 and 9. So again this is also sorted. Now we have to combine the final two sub arrays into a single array. So now 1 2 3 4 5 7 8 and 9. So this is our sorted array. So what we did, we had the array which is unsorted, we divided into two sub arrays. So now the list, when the list we have reached the least number of elements, that has 2 elements, we then did the sorting. 2 8 3 4 5 7 9 1 9. Now we conquer the two arrays like, because it was sorted. Now while conquering we then again sort the elements. Now after the elements are conquered, in the final part we have the exactly sorted order. So now we will see how the algorithm is working, then time complexity. Okay, so now let's see the algorithm here. This is the previous example I had taken. So now this is the merge sort, this is the merge procedure, this is the main part of the algorithm. So this is kind of the heart of the algorithm. So we have seen the previous example. This is a previous example where the two lists are in sorted order. Up till this it is sorted, up till this it is sorted. Okay, so now we will again, let's say how this is working. Copy the two lists into one, let's say 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 and 8. 8 elements are there. So 1 2 3 4 and last 1 2 3 4. So 2 3 4 8 and infinity is added. So why and everything I will tell you. 1 5 7 and 9, another infinity is added at the end. So now let's see. So this is our algorithm. So here it is running from I, this is running from J, and here it is our sorted list. So it has 8 elements. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 and 8. So K will run from P to R. So let's see the algorithm. So there are two lists, N1 and N2. So this is the N1 list and this is the N2 list. Okay, so N1 will run from, so first of all I missed this merge procedure. A is the array, there are 3 pointers P, Q and R. So I'll now, let's see N1, this is N1. Okay, so this is N1 list. It will contain P minus Q minus P plus 1, the first part, and N2 will contain R minus Q, the last part. So for I to N1, for this is our pointer I, which is pointing to this first list N1, which will run from, record me. Yes, so the first list I will run from 1 to N1, and then Li is equals to A P plus 1 I. So this is the left list, and now end for, we will end the for loop. For now, for J is equals to 1 to N2, this is J will run from this to this, so it will run from N2. Now I will tell you why, later on I will tell you why and this infinity is added. So Rj will contain A of Q plus J, number of elements, it will contain Q plus J number of elements. Okay, So end for, this is another for loop, this for loop is for left sublist, this for loop is for right sublist. So now end for, so for end is the for loop is ended. Now L of n1 plus 1, the last part I have already put it, so infinity is added here. Also R of n2 plus 1, infinity is added at the last n, after n2 and n1 the list and infinity is added. Why, I will tell you later. So I will run from 1, j will also I is equals to 1, j is equals to 1. So k list, this is the k list, will run from p to r. Every time it will be incremented, and we have to check this element and this element. How, I will tell you. So now let's see, this I is pointing to the first list and j is first element of the first list, this is n2. So now here let's say 2 and 1, so this is lesser, okay. So this one will be put here, let's take another color. So this one will be put here and this will be incremented, j will be incremented, okay. So because 1 is lesser, 1 and 2, see L of I is less than R of j, no, this condition is failing. So we go to the else part, A of k is put to R of j and j is equals to j plus 1, j is incremented, okay. So now here, so now 2 and 5, 2 is lesser than 5, so 2 will be put here and 2 will I will increment to next element, okay. So now 3 and 5, 3 is lesser than 5, so 3 is put here and I is incremented. So now 4 and 5, 4 is lesser, 4 is put here and it is incremented. 8, 5 and 8, 5 is lesser, so j is incremented to next, okay. So 8 and 7, 7 is lesser, so j is incremented to next pointer. 8 and 9, 8 is lesser than 9, so 8 is incremented, so 9 is obviously less than infinity, so 9 is pointed. So every time k will be incremented because k is running from p to r as in, okay. So this is our sorted list. So I hope you have understood this. So I will tell you again. So n1 is equals to q minus p plus 1. You can just work it out. This is just breaking the list into 2, n1 and n2. Okay, so for I is equals to 1 to n1, L of I will contain p of L a p plus I minus 1 number of elements in the first list, and we will end the array because it is just copying the list. This list is copied here and this list is copied here, like this the for loop is going, and at the end of the first list and second sub list an infinity is added, and then we are doing this procedure. So the sorted list is coming out. So what is the time complexity? It will take order of n, okay. So for copying this 2 element, then movement of this, first is movement of this element, then this comparison and again movement, it will take order of n times, okay. So this is the heart of the algorithm, this is the merge procedure, and now we will see the merge sort, okay. So just hold on now. So sorry, I didn't mention why infinity is used. So infinity is practically like in computers you can take just a very big number, because infinity is while running a program you can it's not feasible, so just take a bigger number. So why? Because once a list is completed, it will be compared. Let's say this list will be so the first list is here, in this all the list numbers are less than the all number of this list. So then this it will be it will be moved here, so infinity. So then it what will be, so that the whole next list is in the next part, so it will be compared with infinity, okay. So that the next list is not just avoided from the merge procedure, so this is why infinity is added at the end. So like because the copy the movement of this sublist to this array, subarray to this array is done because of this infinity. So now the main thing is merge sort. We have done the merge procedure, so you have seen that merge procedure, where we had the list, we are then moving, so it will take order of n times, I mean space complexity. Okay, space complexity will be order of n because we are moving something here. So I just rubbed it out and then I came to my mind, I haven't spoken about space complexity. So here it is out of place algorithm. See, we have seen in insertion sort, it is in place algorithm, just the inside the array everything is going on. So if you haven't watched the insertion sort, please go and watch it before this. And here it is out of place means because we had the array, then we are breaking down into two and then again conquering, so this takes some space and this is not inside the array, so we are taking out. So this is out of place algorithm. Some question may be asked, maybe, I don't know. So now we will see the merge sort procedure. So merge sort procedure, if it has the array and the 2 pointers p and r. So the first is the p and the last is the r. So if p is less than r, we have to the lowest pointer will have to be less than the highest pointer. Then we have to find out q, the middle point, p plus r divided by 2. So just the middle point is found out. Then merge sort, we are this is, you know, this is recursive calling function, this is recursively calling the function a of p q r, then merge sort a of q plus 1 r. So up till p to r first list is running, and then q plus 1 to r our second list is running. So now this is actually the merge procedure. We have seen the merge procedure, that the function we have seen already, and this is just called. So this is it. So merge sort will be called 2 times, so the list will be broken and merge sort will be called inside the 2 lists. So now next is merge procedure we have already seen. So now what is the time complexity? This is actually t of n by 2. You know, just the total time can be tn, so it is broken into 2, so it is t of n by 2. Both is t of n by 2, and we have seen this is actually order of n. So what it is coming, time complexity t n by 2 plus order of n. So we have seen in Master's theorem we can use, so it is coming as n log n. We have already seen in Master's theorem, theta of n log n, using Master's. I have already done a lot of examples on Master's theorem, please do watch it. Okay, so this is actually coming as n theta of n log n. So the very important question here is merge sort, best case, average case, worst case. Time complexity will always take theta of n log n. Okay, so this is a very important thing, that's irrespective of what is the case, best or worst or average, it will always take n log n, and the time complexity will be same in every case. So we have seen merge sort, merge procedure, then merge sort, how an example I have shown you with just without anything, the example, then how the algorithm is working. I hope this is clear to you. I will do questions on this, but before we have to finish all the algorithms. So after this algorithm, I hope this is clear to you. I will go on to next is quick sort. So if you have loved this video, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.